trust me, we'll mention it.
Now, are you rolling too? Okay, my first question, I want to know, what are you guys doing with the second season of this amazing show? I mean, I was blown away when I first saw it, and I'm quite excited to see the upcoming episodes. I want to know what you guys have planned.
Well, thank you. That's nice. Right now, as far as second season goes, it's still up in the air. We are taking the show out currently to certain networks, some mainstream networks, some cable networks, and outside of that, we're seeing how the DVD sales go on Amazon.com, which started yesterday. And from there, if it does well enough, they pretty much, guaranteed us a second season. So, buy the DVD, get 3.
Well, now that's kind of a weird proposition to take it to a network, because I watched what happened with the Mommies, and the cast of that, they had it sealed and then they went away and then a whole new cast came in. That could possibly happen with you guys, where you sell the idea and all of a sudden you guys aren't in it, because I don't even think I would watch it.
Well, no, I mean, Star-ving is, it's us, I mean, in a way. So you can't, I don't think you can replace it. Plus, it's our show. We created it. We're producing it. And I just don't think they could do it without us. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were me and David and our other partner Todd Bringawat are the actual creators of the show, along with a gentleman named Sam Cass, who's a writer producer from Seinfeld and Arliss. 3-time Emmy award-winning, writer producer. Really great, amazing talent. So, it would be impossible. I mean, I don't know what would they get, like, Seth Green and Corey Haim.
I don't know if that would work.
Me neither. They're not even friends.
He wouldn't even show up on set. Corey Haim.
So now, how far over the top do you guys decide to take it when you're doing each episode? Because some of these get really out there.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what kind of decision went into the tone of the show and what you guys had originally planned, and did that stick kind of what you guys are doing?
Well, I mean, it originally came out of, like he said, our third partner, Todd Bringawat, and us pushing ideas around town for a few years, having some successes, having some dead ends. So our friend Todd went home one night. He was a little frustrated, but and he just sort of basically pounded out this one sheet treatment called Star-ving. And we did. I mean, we stuck to the treatment a lot, but I mean, obviously we took our lives, but we exaggerated when we turned up the volume to 11, and it's it's part of our lives, but we're not that pathetic, but we're close. We're close to it.
In the second season, is it going to be hard for you guys to come up with new ways for you, David, to kill yourself, or is that something like every day you come up with a new way to like off yourself and he saves you?
I mean, there's got to be 101 ways to kill yourself, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. In fact, coming up with the attempted suicides, I think was one of the funnier things. And it's not in every episode, although it probably could have been. But it sort of became a running gag as we continued writing the shows. It just it's sort of like eventually we said, oh, we got to just like make this basically almost every episode. So I think that I think it's like 8 out of 12 or something like that have different gags.
And believe me, like I said, there's a myriad of ways to commit suicide. I've tried them all, and there's plenty more you'll see on Star-ving.
Yeah, in episode 1, when he jumps out of the window at his accountant's office, I mean that was a candid camera moment. He didn't even know that we were filming.
I was like, oh my God, this is what it's come to. And I'm
Well, I think one of my favorite scenes out of the entire episodes that you guys already shot was where you run over and scrape that muffin off the ground.
Oh.
I'm wondering,
That's pretty pathetic, wasn't it?
Well, how do you lose your dignity enough to be able to do that and still make it funny? Because it's just hilarious to see that.
I know. That made me laugh too. And it was, what was really funny about that is we were shooting right on in a shit part of Hollywood Boulevard, East Hollywood Boulevard. And it was just there was crap all over the ground, gum and people, and I just grabbed it off the ground and ate it. But we just thought that's just insight to character. I mean, that's how pathetic this guy is. I mean, he was gonna get his ass kicked, and then he ran away, but he had to go back and get his muffin. He's
What's it like for fans that see you out in the street, especially after they've seen the show? I mean, is there a different reaction now? I mean, are they throwing you food? Do they take it a little too seriously?
Not really. I think
No.
people just really get the did its tongue in cheek, and
Yeah, I mean Entourage. I mean not Entourage. Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know, that's kind of like in the vein of what we were going for, but obviously an R-rated version of something like that. You know, and for the people watching it, I mean, it's very obvious, especially the way that it's shot, because it's shot like a network TV show. It's not shot like, you know, it's shot even better than Curb Your Enthusiasm, I think, and you know, so based on that, I mean, it's very obvious that it's not reality. You know.
Larry David, if you're listening, like your show. I still want to do a guest spot on it, even though we think it's shot better than your show.
Well, I talked to you when I talked to you last time about one of the things that I was watching, and I was like, that's genius, and I don't know if you took it the wrong way, but I thought blood on the ass of underwear is 10
another one.
times funnier than shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny. The
I
one.
couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like,
Unfortunately, we have to bust your bubble here, because it was shit. But the way it read, I don't know why the fake stuff comes out a bit red on. I don't know.
It was just the way that it was that high angle shot. It was really far away. You couldn't really tell, but yeah, it actually was supposed to be shit. Thank God.
But by the way, that's a funny addition.
and I didn't think of it as like an anal rape joke. You know,
No,
I
but
thought
it
it
was
was
just-
like a hemorrhoid joke.
Yeah, hemorrhoids. Yeah.
Yeah. He's so unhealthy. He shoots blood.
I think that was one of the first episodes I saw, and it kind of took me back because I wasn't expecting to see that kind of humor, and I was like, okay, I get this.
That was one of my favorite suicide attempts too. The putting the rope around the neck with a cinder block, trying to drown yourself in a bathtub.
Can you talk too about the woman that plays your mom on the show, because she is crazy funny on the show, and she's done some other stuff. I'm wondering, how did you guys get hooked up with her?
Selene Luna, I believe.
Yeah.
Selena Luna. Yeah.
Selena Luna. We hooked up with her. Well, it's one of those stories. I mean, we shot a pilot for any of the shows. We shot a little pilot with our own money just to put it together and show people and shop it. We hired another woman to play the mother, who was also a little person. And we were really bummed because she had some medical issues and had to go to Texas, and we lost her. And we were like, oh my God. But then, you know, Selena Luna came along, and she was great. She was hilarious.
Yeah, Tammy Billick, the casting woman that casted the show for us.
Amazing. She did a great job.
A fantastic job, and you know she's the one who said, "Oh, I got somebody," you know, and fortunately, you know, Selena was available for that, because she just, you know, she really, I think, came through in a way that the original mother was far more of like just, you know, just
super motherly,
super sweet, super motherly, super just like, I mean, you're just so
bought,
lovable.
You wouldn't have bought the love relationship between the two of them as much as you do with Selena.
Yeah.
Selena, it's kind of hot.
Oh yeah, I know.
But and also the show, I think, took kind of a turn also that I wasn't expecting when you were chopping up your landlady.
The maid.
Didn't you chop her up and like?
Yeah, I had to chop her up because he accidentally shot her with the shotgun that he was going to shoot himself with.
Yeah.
Now, where does that come from? I mean, is that just?
I know exactly where that came from. That actually came from the Sopranos episode where they chopped up. What's the actor's name who played?
I haven't seen The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Joey Pants.
Joey Pants.
Yeah. And it was just, you know, it was like, are we really do we want to do a Sopranos moment? Yeah, well, let's accidentally kill the maid, chop her up. But then she comes back. I mean, she's back like 2 episodes later. She's back cleaning the house.
Yeah, at the end of that episode, the camera kind of pans in on the tree trimmer, or the
wood chipper.
The wood chipper, yeah, the wood chipper,
And he's stuck
and
in it.
and you hear a voice go, I don't die so easy.
Yeah. And she makes another appearance later on.
Yeah.
You guys probably won't believe me, but because I don't think I said something about this before. Is I was in a video store one day, I think Surprise, and I came across this movie with both of you on the cover, and I was like, what is this? And it was called Killer Bud.
Yeah, Killer Bud.
And I took it home, and I was like in love with this movie for the longest time. This was like a long time ago.
So you must have been smoking bong loads the whole time you were watching it.
I just watching like the animation parts, the feedback.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kind of a crazy movie, and I'm wondering with the like popularity of this and the more this gets popular, is there going to be like something where this movie comes back out, or?
I don't know. It'd be nice. It's funny. We have it's a very cult following. I mean, everywhere we go, we have people. You know, obviously stoners, people who like to smoke weed, because it's you know, that's the type of movie it is. But it is. It's a cute movie, and it's got some really great little parts in it.
What's weird when you go back and look at it, because it's a lot better than Dude, Where's Your Car, or Dude, Where's My Car, and some of those other movies that came out around the same time. I think it came out before a lot.
Oh yeah, and we shot it for like what, $1 million? It was $1 million.
It was
budget.
it was yeah, it was $1.2 million, something like that. I mean, it had,
Super low budget.
yeah, but you know, I think that the problem there was first time producers, first time director, and I don't think that they really knew how to shop it and get it out there properly, because they did have a screening of it at a movie theater that turned out to be packed. I mean, we weren't expecting it at all, and the place was packed. A lot of people showed up, and people were laughing and having a great time. I mean, it really looked like, you know, it had a strong potential for theatrical release, because if you can get an industry crowd to laugh in a screening, you know you got something, because industry crowds are the hardest people to get to like your stuff anyway. You know what I mean? Because they're all being critical in their own minds, you know, for whatever reason. So Killer Bud, you know, was certainly, you know, fun, and that was kind of, you know, sort of one of the things that started me and Dave, you know, doing projects together, because we did another film we were producers on called RoboDoc for National Lampoon, that's out now as well, and then we did one that just came out a couple months ago called High Hopes, with Jay Muse and Andy Dick and Michael De Lorenzo and Ted Raimi, who's here. I just ran into him in the hall a little while
really?
ago. Yeah, he looked at me like he didn't know who the hell I was for a minute. He's like, huh? Huh?
I talked to you again. I'm bringing up stuff we talked about, but I want to know. I heard you guys were making a Bollywood movie. Is that still going on, or what is that?
I mean, Bollywood Boys is a script that was brought to us by an outside writer that we really thought was funny, and that we are sort of taking under our wing with our company, FMB Entertainment. It's still in development stages. We're not in production by any means, but it's definitely on our slate of projects. Something we want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, and then one last question I'll ask you. I know Parker Lewis just came out. Were you excited to see that finally hit DVD?
You know, Shout Factory, who released Parker Lewis on DVD just a few weeks back, you know, they had been trying to get this, you know, get the rights to, you know, license the rights to, you know, to put it out on DVD for like almost 4 years. So, you know, they really pushed hard, and they finally got a deal that Sony was comfortable with, which is interesting, because we're doing, you know, we're with Sony now, and you know, obviously his show was a Sony project, and Parker Lewis was a Sony project, Sony Fox, and you know, so there was, you know, there's a relationship there that, you know what I mean, that's been there for quite some time, and when they finally gave it the go ahead, I was really excited about it, because, you know, I know that like about a year and a half or 2 years ago it was on the most sought after DVD list on Amazon, which is huge. You know, if they had released it then, you know, it certainly would have done big numbers. I don't know what the numbers are, but I'm sure it's doing well. You know, yeah, I'm sure it is.
Like what happened with you and your DVDs? I mean, was that the same thing happened? Because you told me that you didn't get the rights, you lost a lot of money.
I don't know. Yeah, residually. I mean, I don't know if I made any money on my DVDs.
Well, yeah, because it's a different kind of media that didn't exist when my show was on. You didn't have, you know, the DVD market at all. So by the time, you know, the show went off, it wasn't already in the original contracts. So, you know, there's no, I don't see anything from the DVD sales either. Yes, we got fisted.
That kind of thing happening to you guys, you kind of played into what happens in the show, and it kind of
Absolutely. Probably not. Put it this way: if we were both sitting back, getting fat residuals, and you know, we probably wouldn't have come up.
No. Star-ving wouldn't be. It'd be called full. It'd be called stuffed.
Fat and happy.
Fat and happy.
we'd never see it. I'd be sad.
Oh,
Thank you.
So, thank you guys.
yeah, you bet. Pleasure.
How much is the DVD real quick?
For the Star-ving?
Yeah.
I believe it's $19.99 at Amazon.com.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go buy it.
Thank
Right
you.
on.
Thanks a lot.